All right, ladies, today I want to share with you a completely counterintuitive sign that a man is really into you. If you imagine a man who's attracted to you, who's in love with you, you might think of a smiling man, enthusiastic, physically affectionate with you. And that is all true, of course. But the problem is that not all men display their love the same way. Not all men show interest in a woman the same way. And this is especially not true for one type of guy that I want to talk to you about. Let me explain. Okay, so I had a friend back in high school. His name was Ryan. He was actually my best friend. And he was a very handsome guy. He had these striking blue eyes. He was quite confident, very funny guy. He used to tease everybody. He was the guy, always shouting, teasing everyone, especially the librarian. I don't know why. But Ryan had a problem. Every time he was with a girl he liked, his behavior changed completely. He would become a completely different person. He would go from extroverted to introverted. And it was hilarious because you would know when Ryan was in love. You would know just by looking at his face and his demeanor. Like, we would see Ryan coming in the hallway, for example, and you would see his face, like blank face, and you would be like, "What's up with Ryan? What's up with him today?" And then I would look at the girl next to him, and I would be like, "Oh, okay, I get it. The girl's attracted. He might be in love with her, or at least very attracted to her. So that's why he has this. That's why he looks like he's heading to a funeral, because Ryan was super shy around women, especially around the women he liked. He wasn't shy at all with a woman he considered ugly or not attractive, but he definitely became introverted, serious, and especially boring when he was with a girl that he liked. And that's interesting because his personality, Ryan's personality, did not match the personality he had with a woman he was attracted to. It was completely different. And that's an important thing for you to note, because you can have sometimes a guy who's handsome, who's charming, who's socially at ease, especially in his job or with his guy friends, or even with women he's used to hanging around with. But then when he gets with you, when he hangs out with you, especially if it's the beginning phase of the relationship, then he might become a little bit more introverted, a little bit different. And that's not necessarily because he's not interested at all in you, but it might be because he's actually too interested in you. I've met many men who were socially confident, who were at ease in their job, who had high responsibilities, but when they would talk to a girl they liked, they would become so much different. They would actually become serious and boring. Like, a guy can be super funny with his guy friends, and then he's face to face to a woman he likes, and it becomes super boring. And there are actually two reasons for that. Let me tell you these two reasons. Imagine you meet a guy who meets all your criteria. He blows you away. He's handsome, he's intelligent, he's smart, and you actually see a future with him. And you know this man is rare because you haven't seen many guys like him, at least in the 10 or 20 last dates you've had. So this guy is perfect. What's gonna happen? You're gonna have performance anxiety. Even though you really like him, you're gonna feel stress, anxiety when knowing you're gonna meet him on the second date, third date. Well, the same happens with guys. Some guys can have this performance anxiety. And the problem with anxiety, and this is why it's important, is that anxiety kills creativity. Creativity is what enables you to talk smoothly, to go from one topic to another. It's what allows you to find new topics, to talk smoothly, to go from one topic to another, to keep things light, to make jokes, to be funny, to be even connected with you. Anxiety kills everything. So if anxiety kills creativity, then it kills the conversation. And you're not as fun as you used to be. The man is not as smooth as he used to be, and he seems like he's not interested. It seems like he's serious. The other part that you need to consider is that imagine this guy. He really sees a future with you. He doesn't want to screw things over. So what is he gonna do? He's gonna say in his mind, he's gonna repeat to himself, don't screw this over. Don't say the bad jokes that you usually tell. Don't bring this political subject that you know is a little bit controversial. You might lose her. Don't tease her too much. You know, you might hurt her feelings. And as a result, because he feels like you could be the one, because he feels like you could be a great girlfriend at least, as a result, he becomes stiff, he becomes serious, he becomes boring. He asks you these conservative questions just to make sure that he doesn't go out of track. You know, he might just ask you boring questions. What do you do in life? What do you do? It might feel like an interview even, you know, like a job interview. What do you do in life? Where do you live? How much siblings do you have? And it's fucking boring. That's precisely because he's afraid to lose you, so he doesn't take risks. He doesn't make this risky joke, he doesn't make this risky comment, he doesn't go into these controversial topics. And unfortunately, these topics are the best ones, you know? It's these kinds of topics or these kinds of risky jokes that actually create a connection between you two. And you know, this reminds me of Pride and Prejudice. I don't know if you've read the book or seen the movie, Jane Austen's novel. There's this nobleman, Mr. Darcy, handsome but cold guy. And Jane, I think her name is, falls in love with this man, but she believes this guy is not interested at all in her. He's cold, distant, and it's actually quite the opposite. He is in love with her, and that's precisely why he has this cold demeanor. He doesn't want to take risks. So there are many Mr. Darcys in your life. Keep that in mind. Sometimes guys can also have too much respect for you. Maybe he holds you in such a high regard in his mind that he cannot imagine touching you or getting close to you physically because he has too much respect for you. Respect for many guys can kill desire, but it can also kill any opportunities to get closer to you. Because in his mind it's like, no, I can't. She's this lady, I respect her too much, I cannot touch her, I can't kiss. I've heard so many guys tell me this, Leo, I can't have sex with her, I respect her too much. You know, this woman, she's different, I need to treat her different. So again, what you might see on the surface as a sign of total disinterest might actually be a sign of love towards you, or at least very strong attraction. And if you want to learn more about signs that show that a man is deeply in love with you, click on the video on top of the screen up there. See you soon.